Hello, welcome to AWS Learn. Welcome friends. Let me tell you upfront what you can expect in this tutorial. We will go through all the steps required to deploy application code on on-premise server. We will use AWS Code Deploy service to perform deployment. Before we jump on it, guys, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Also, please share this video with others if you like it. Let's all learn together. Okay, let's begin with our hands-on. I prefer to refer AWS document more often. It helps to have up-to-date steps. We'll put link in description that would be helpful to you. Also let me know in comments on where you stand with learning on AWS services, especially CI/CD. Just started or you're dealing with those for some time now. I would be interested to know that. Okay, when it comes to deployment to on-prem instance, there are briefly two steps. First one, configure each on-premise instance, register it with code deploy, and then tag it. Second is deploy application revision on on-premise instance. We can register on-premise instance with code deploy in two ways, either using IAM user ARN to authenticate request or using IAM role ARN to authenticate request. Role would make deployment more scalable and can use one role to register multiple instances. But this option is a bit complex. We will use IAM user for this tutorial. That option itself has multiple steps to follow. So let's see what are those steps. We'll see those one by one. Step one is to create IAM user. Just create it with same name what document suggests. Code deploy user on-prem. Let me go to IAM homepage and click on users, then add user and copy paste the same name. Choose probability access. No tag, no permissions for now. Right? So here you go. User is created. Step 2 is to assign permissions to this user. Basically, it should have S3 get and list permission. So read only access to S3. Go back to IAM homepage, navigate to the user and add S3 read only access to it. So add permissions, then attach existing policies directly. Choose AWS defined S3 read only access policy and just assign it to that user. Right? So we have permission needed to this particular user. So step 3 is get the IAM user credentials. We got it on another tab. Let's keep it as it is for now. So what is the next step? So step 4 is add a configuration file to on-premises instance. So here we would need on-premise instance. I know we may not have that. So launch one EC2 instance and then assume it to be on-prem server for this particular tutorial. Launch instance, choose Linux AMI T2 Micro, which is eligible for free tier. Here you can keep everything default. Even don't choose any IAM role. We are just assuming this as on-prem instance. So we are not going to change anything specific to IAM role. Just go next, keep storage as is, default, no tags needed. Here, just make sure that you have SSH port open 22. That's it. Then review it once And if everything is looking as expected, launch it. Choose key. So our instance is launched. Just wait for a few moments till status changes to running. Currently you can see it is pending status. Yeah, now you can see that status change to running, so it is available for us. Let's come back to step 4 now. Add config file to instance. See directory to place config file, and file name should be code deploy.onpremises.yaml, right? So now go to EC2 instance page and connect using Instance Connect. Instance Connect makes SSH into server so easy. How come it works without providing a key? It is quite interesting. I have explained that in detail in another video, and I will provide reference to that at the end of this tutorial. Do check that out. You will like it. For now, connect to the server using Instance Connect. So here we go. We have successfully SSH into EC2 instance. First, create directory using makdir where you want to put this particular file. Just create it first and then just cd to it. Yeah. Now go back to the document and see what code deploy.onpremises.yaml file would contain. And let me prepare that in Notepad first. So you can see you will need AWS access key ID, AWS secret access key, IAM user ARN, and region. Right. So from here you can get access key ID. Just copy paste. So similar way you can just get secret access key. Then ARN, you can find it out from IAM page for that particular user. So let's go to IAM under users. Yeah, this is our user, and here you can find ARN. So just copy paste that as well. And the region is US East 1 in my case. So you can just update it for US. Now put these 5 lines, including 3 dashes on the top, to code deploy.onpremises.yaml file on your on-prem instance. So back to our steps now. Step 5 is to install AWS CLI. If you haven't done so, just follow the steps and install AWS CLI. Anyway, for learning AWS CI/CD services, you would need AWS CLI for sure. Step 6 is to set AWS region. Not needed here because we have put that in config file before anyway. Moving to the next step, register the on-premises instance with code deploy. This is important step. Copy command to Notepad and prepare it for your environment. Okay, now run this command from your local AWS CLI prompt. Note this, we are not doing this particular step from on-prem instance. So now on-prem instance is registered with code deploy. You can verify that from AWS Management Console. Oh, I realize we directly jumped to step 8 and missed step 7 here. Step 7 is to install code deploy agent. Link provided in the document would be easy to follow, but let me show you once. These are the steps to install code deploy agent. Just connect to EC2 instance and run this block of statements. So let me copy paste it. Go to EC2 home page. From there, find out your instance and click on connect. So this will use instance connect. Okay, here we go. So we are connected to server. Just run that block of statement, wait for a couple of moments, and it should be done. It should be fairly quick, it won't take much. Yeah, just wait, almost done. Yeah, so here you can see that its agent is installed now. Our on-prem server is now fully ready for deployment. Ninth step is to tag your instance. Just to make it a bit fun, I will show you what happens if you do not properly tag your server. Code deploy heavily depends on tagging. Let's try deployment now. Go to S3 bucket and see whether application code revision is available for deployment. So, so here we don't have application revision available. As we seen before, code deploy needs access to S3 bucket, and that is to pull application code version. Yeah, here is the command to be used to push code to S3 bucket. I have covered this in other tutorial in detail, but you can see complete command here. So run this command from your AWS CLI command line on local computer and also from directory where your code resides. Once done, zip should be created in S3 bucket and that should contain your code, which will be used for deployment. So let's verify this. Go to S3 bucket, zip file is created. Now let's deploy code to on-prem instance. Here application hello world is already created. Please refer my earlier video for code deploy on EC2 instance and that will have detailed steps. So here just click on create deployment group, specify deployment group name on-premises instance, choose IAM role. Service role for code deploy was created already, but let me show you once what permissions are provided to the role so that you can create service role if needed. Go to IAM roles, then search for role name EC2 code deploy. Yeah, and here you can see permissions provided to that. So both are policies which are AWS defined. So one is AWS code deploy role, which was already there, and the other one is S3 full access. So these two policies should be added to this role. Go to code deploy, deployment type, keep it as is. Under environment configuration, choose on-premises instance. Give tag to identify on-prem instance. We haven't provided tag to our on-prem instance, and that is done intentionally to show you importance of proper tagging. Code deploy agent was already installed, so choose never, then unclick load balancer. Okay, now create deployment group. So deployment group is successfully created. Now create deployment. Deployment group will be on-prem instance, an application stored in S3. Choose correct application code version. Click on create deployment and it should start deployment. Let's see. Refresh once. Yeah, so deployment failed and that is expected. Deployment failed because no instances were found for your deployment group. Check your deployment group setting for proper tag. So this is a message we can see. Now let's go to on-prem instances and add tag. So this is our on-prem instance. Go there and add tag name on-prem. So this is same tag we have added in our deployment group as well. So just submit. That's it. So we can see that this tag is added to our deployment group. So with this tag, it should be able to identify on-prem instance and use that for deployment. Yeah, so any instance identified by tag group will be deployed to. So this is good. So save changes. And now again create deployment. So here again choose revision. Description is not mandatory and create deployment. So it will start deployment. Refresh it once and you can see that deployment is in progress. So it will take few moments for deploy this application. Application is very lightweight, so it won't take much. So just wait. Yeah, now we can see that deployment is successful. So it was able to identify our instance and it used that instance to deploy application code. Now go to EC2 instance to get public DNS URL and check whether web page is visible from Internet Explorer. Let's see. Yeah, here you go. Application code is successfully deployed to on-prem instance using AWS Code Deploy. That's it. Thanks for joining me today. Guys, hope you learned something new. Keep learning. See you next time. Guys, please do watch other videos from my channel. Do share with others and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Also, don't forget to click on bell icon so you don't miss future learnings. That's it from now. Thanks again.